generations. So I vowed to eliminate them all. And then there was this boy, Jack Sparrow.
Believe it or not, it's actually been 14 years since the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out way back in 2003. That movie actually garnered Johnny Depp an Oscar nomination for Best Actor as Captain Jack Sparrow. And here we are 14 years later. Has that performance kind of washed up at this point? I'm going to go ahead and say no. Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales is actually probably one of the better movies in the franchise. Now, it is a long movie. It has a lot going on, some good and some bad. It starts out, first of all, with a very intriguing setup. Now, if you remember, the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie was kind of special because it wasn't a Captain Jack story. It was a Will and Elizabeth story, romance, with Johnny Depp thrown in there as comic relief. And then the movies kind of went on. They became more about Captain Jack chasing mythic totems. The last one, it was the Fountain of Youth, and this time it is the Trident of Poseidon. And he is a character that doesn't change. He's the same character at the end of these movies as he is at the beginning. And that doesn't really sell well for a 2 almost 3 hour fare like this. We want to see change. We want to see our characters go through conflicts and come out different, hopefully better people. And in this one, the setup kind of sets itself up almost like it's going to be about these new, for lack of a better terms, Will and Elizabeth Turner, as you've probably seen in the trailers. It starts with this young boy who kind of ties a rock to himself, goes out into the ocean and dunks himself into the ocean with this giant rock. He lands on the deck of this sunken ship, and before you can think, what the heck is this kid doing? The ship rockets up to the surface. Lo and behold, it's the Flying Dutchman. Orlando Bloom is now the captain of that ship. Walks over, turns out that's his kid. He tells his kid, you need to get out of here. This is no life for you. I mean, I live underwater, for crying out loud. And the kid goes, no, Dad, I'm going to save you so that you can come back to me and live happily ever after with me and Mom. And he goes, yeah, whatever, kid. You got to get out of here. You're full of it. And I was like, yeah, I'm really on board for this. And then the next scene, we are introduced to the infamous Captain Jack Sparrow, who is fun to be with, but from the moment he's introduced, it becomes, of course, a Captain Jack movie, and we get kind of the jokes. Some of them land, some of them don't, and then we're introduced to more characters. There's a lot going on, like I said, in this movie. Javier Bardem, of course, being a new character, he is the new villain. And these movies, they cast their villains well. The Pirates movies do. You had Bill Nye playing Davy Jones in number 2 and number 3, and then you had Ian McShane playing Blackbeard in number 4, and now you get Javier Bardem. But he's not really, he's a dead guy. I mean, it's in the title. He's a dead guy who wants revenge on Captain Jack Sparrow. As it seems, all supernatural captains out on the ocean want revenge on Captain Jack Sparrow. But that's really all there is to him. There isn't really much to him. It's a good performance, just don't really care about the character. Geoffrey Rush is back as Barbossa. I love Geoffrey Rush. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. But this Barbossa, as good as Geoffrey Rush is, doesn't really seem to be the Barbossa from the previous films. He kind of lets things happen that previous Barbossa would be like, I'm gonna throw you overboard or stab you or something. And then the pacing for the first almost half hour of the film, they are landlubbers. They're stuck on land in jail cells. It's almost a repeat of the first one, only it takes the first 15 minutes of the first movie where they're in jail and getting hanged and everything. It drags it out for half an hour. We don't even get into a pirate ship for 30 minutes into this movie. Once we do, however, the fun ranks up. The action is probably the best since the first movie. There's a lot of awesome practical stunt work that we haven't really gotten since that first movie. And the humor picks up. We start to spend more intimate time with Brenton Thwaites and Kaya Scodelario. I hope I'm pronouncing you guys' names correctly. They are actually pretty fantastic. It's unfortunate that the movie doesn't center around those two like it sets up to in the beginning. And we get to spend more time with them, find out who they are, and their arcs kind of go in interesting directions. I don't want to give too much away. This movie, of course, all these Pirates movies, it seems, they're very over-bloated and they take too long, and by the time you're getting over 2 hours in, you're like, okay, come on, let's speed things up, let's get to it already. Eventually it does. The ending brought kind of tears to my eye. I don't really want to I'm not going to give that away. That's something for you to experience, especially if you're a Pirates fan. I think you'll like that. I give Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Stranger Tides chests a B-. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this review, click the thumbs up and subscribe. I got plenty more reviews for you. I got Blu-ray unboxings. I also do trailer reactions. You name it, I got it. And until next time, thanks, guys. This has been another episode of Movie Minutes.